It's so fucking nasty out here. I gotta get this money by tomorrow. By tomorrow. Literally by tomorrow. I have to get this money by tomorrow. If I don't get this money by tomorrow, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. For real. For real. I'm so tired of being broke and working my ass off. I'm working my ass off and I'm still broke. Like, bitch, look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this. This shit is nasty. I have to get out of here. I gotta get this money. Like, I gotta get this money. I gotta get this money. I don't know what else to say. Like, I have to get this money. Like, that's all I can say. Like, that's the whole video. Like, I don't know, bitch. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the fuck I have to do to get this money, but I have to get this money. I'm a hard worker. I'm a good worker. I'm working my ass off. And I'm still broke. I'm still broke. Hashtag adulting. Hashtag adulting. I will blow all of LA up. If I had a big enough dynamite, I would blow all y'all up. You just don't know. I would blow all these people with money up, and I would take all their money. I just can't take this anymore. I gotta get this money. I gotta get this money. I gotta get this money by tomorrow. Like, I can't take it no more. I walk around all day and I get hit on by homeless crackheads and I don't have no money and I don't have no car. I'm taking my little scooter and I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm taking my scooter. I'm getting lost. Imagine being lost and having to tow a big ass scooter. Like, oh my God. It's nothing in this world. I wouldn't wish this shit on my worst enemy. Literally. I wouldn't wish this shit on my worst enemy. Like, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. Like, I don't know. Like, I wish death on a bitch before I wish this on a bitch. Like, I don't know. I'm drained the fuck out. I'm fed the fuck up. Like, and then, like, I just want, like, I don't know what I want. Like,
fuck the whole United States of America, including me. Every day I wake up in this fucking country and I realize the only way to fix it is to burn this bitch to the ground. I have no confidence in politicians, elections. It's all an illusion of something better that never is gonna come. We are slaves to a system that fucking hates us and despises us. We as humans have a God-given right to live happy, prosperous lives, free from control. This is hell, and we should let this motherfucker burn.
I'm gonna tell you where white people fucked up at. Let's just say when white people came out of the caves in the 1400s and they took over the world, right? Let's say they didn't win that war. Say black people won. And now we're in the future. Now we run the missiles, we run the bombs and all that such forth. But one thing I would have did different that white people didn't do was I would have erased the history of what we did to those people. That would have been the first order to me as president. If we once we conquered the world, we all the history has to be disappeared. It has to be wiped out. Because if not, one day these people are going to rebel. They're going to get angry enough, and they're going to get in numbers to a point where they're going to want some repercussions, some payback. That's one thing the white people didn't do. They didn't erase the history. You know why? They kept making new slavery movies to throw it in your face every year to remind you, black people, you were slaves. Don't rebel. You were slaves. But then when it got to a point, remember the last slave movie was what, 12 Years a Slave? They haven't made another one since. Notice that, right? Ever since DeSantis said, take all the slave books out of the schools. Don't teach them that. Trump said, get rid of all the statues. We gotta erase this history because now they're waking up. They're starting to match their history to the Bible. The Bible is speaking about in Deuteronomy how slaves went to slavery, the Jews and the blah, blah, blah. Now you got these people on street corners preaching this and blacks are the Jews and that. Damn it, we forgot to erase that history. We kept throwing it in their face as a mockery. Guess who get the last laugh now, bitch? Ha!
for joking about Benjamin Netanyahu. A student in Florida has been arrested for joking about Benjamin Netanyahu. She was writing in a WhatsApp group about not wanting to do her capstone project and jokingly asked Netanyahu to prevent it by any means possible.
It seemed the student wanted the event rescheduled and wrote, quote, "Netanyahu, if you can hear me, drop some bonbons for us capstone students in Ocean Bank Convention Center."
It seems her memes were taken extremely seriously, to the point that a judge has told her, to an objective person, it's not a joke and will be enough for probable cause. For those who require context here, joking about Netanyahu, also known as the Big Yahoo, has become a common trope online since Israel began bombing Gaza. Fast forward to Israel and the US bombing Iran, and these jokes have only multiplied. So for anyone chronically online, this would seem like an edgy thing to say, but definitely not grounds for probable cause given how widespread it is. However, for someone who is not aware of the bit, I can also understand that it'd probably be a concerning thing to come across in a group chat, especially for an older person like this judge who probably isn't spending much time in the same social media echo chambers, whereupon asking Netanyahu to commit unspeakable crimes is a common trope.
Please drone strike this man that cut me off! Mr. Netanyahu, please!
So was it stupid for this student to make the joke in a group chat between others where everyone was exposed to it? Well, probably, as it's never a good idea to make edgy humor in places where you don't fully understand the consequences. And of course, the student seems to have recognized this mistake, writing, "I wrote a dumb joke that should not have been made," shortly after. However, it seems this is also being positioned as a freedom of speech issue, as if you get the context, then it seems extremely unlikely that this student was going to do what she was asking Netanyahu to do. In short, the fact that a student was arrested for making a joke about Netanyahu on WhatsApp demonstrates how the things that we say online can have a definitive effect offline, as she faces 15 years in jail. Ultimately, I'd really like to know what you guys think of the situation. Do you see it as suppression of freedom of speech, or should there be zero tolerance for joking about bombs and Netanyahu? See you next time on Lessons in Internet Culture.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Ba'Hashem, Rakwakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone. Shalom to my Akim, Wakwathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this foul captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharala. This is Brother Kawa Cup coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, I'm going to go into a lot of these things, because I showed you a lot of these videos where literally everybody has some sort of issue or problem with how things are right now, and how not just the economy, but the laws and everything, and just how we're living in general, because this is extremely evil, wicked. It's just extremely evil, wicked, and like it blows my mind that people actually think that this is okay, especially with this person over here. This person over here think that it's a debatable thing that someone gets arrested for making a joke, and it further goes to show that this is the untouchable community. This is the untouchable, you know what, and stuff like that. The untouchable people, where people are simply making a joke about something that's objectively real. Like, that's what they're actively choosing to do. But when someone makes a comment about it, oh, you're not allowed to talk about that. Oh, you're not allowed to point that out. So as a result of that, okay, well then we're still going to lock you. How dare you point out an objective fact that makes us look like, that makes us have to examine the type of people that we genuinely are. All right, again, it's like they're just completely disregarding the objective facts that they are doing, rather than the objective facts that they're doing, rather than the things that are not real or actual, like literal crimes. Because there are literal people that are doing genuine crimes, hurting people, killing people, murder. Even in the comment sections, there were people that were saying, because I don't know how many, I forgot, I wasn't listening to how long the girl got, but basically they said actual murderers have gotten less jail time. Land of the free, by the way, Diddy only got 4 rapists, murderers, and get less time for that. Meanwhile, this girl gets 15 years for an edgy joke at the expense of the genocidal elite. Pathetic. And that cannot be further from that cannot be any truer, because let me get this. All right, over here, Psalm chapter 73 verse 5. Let's start verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. It's over here saying they are not in trouble as other men, meaning that they are not held to the exact same standard as other men, and which that even extends to YAHAWAH, because YAHAWAH, he does not go based off of the exact same metric of judgment, punishment, whatever, towards them that he would do towards the Israelites. And even then, let's actually go into that and prove it. Judgment. Over here in 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 17, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? Bear with me one moment. Does she have the phone? Ooh, don't let her go by herself. Doesn't matter. I said don't let her go by herself. She doesn't need to go right now. There's no emergency right now. We don't need to go anywhere right now. There is enough for today or later today or not, or tomorrow. She doesn't need to go right now. Don't fucking go. So as I was saying, First Peter chapter 4 verse 17, I already read it. Basically, Yahawadah, he sets a standard. All right, he sets a standard that the judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, where this is implying that things are going to be less lessened with us, but it's going to be worse for them. Which actually, let's prove that as well. It was here, Revelation chapter 18 verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, filled to her double. Basically, the Lord is going to put double judgment on the wicked for the things that they do as a result of their wickedness, because this type of shit is actually, and they called it a felony. It's a felony to make a joke, a joke about these people. It's unbelievable to me. Slakia. Anyway, over here, where were we? Slakia. Okay, so yeah, I remember now what I wanted to point out. So over here, it's not just with her, but it's with all these people that were complaining. You have this one person who was saying fuck the whole United States, and he just wants it to be burnt down. He just said just burn it all down. Like he's ready for everything to just be destroyed. She actually said, funnily enough, she wants a lot of dynamite to just blow everything up, blow everyone up, and all that stuff like that. That was even more imposed as a non-joking thing. Obviously, it wasn't a threat because she couldn't do it. She was just saying that she wished that she could have done it. All right, but yet, the fact of the matter is that she said this stuff. She did all this. Or she did all this griefing, all right, and yet at the end of the day, you know, when she wasn't joking, but the other girl was joking, the other girl got a freaking felony from her joke and whatnot, all right, and then as like a throwaway comment. But over here, she's literally griefing, and then. Anyway, Slocky, the main thing, and I'm not saying that this woman deserves to be arrested or anything like that. Neither of them deserve to be arrested for making either a joke or just griefing and, griefing about how things are, because this is how this society is run. This society is running in such an evil, wicked way where you have people that do say, I just hate how life is right now. I'm just over it and stuff like that. And then you have this guy who's saying that, well, look at how all these these devils made all this stuff in order to mock us and whatnot. Like, it is so utterly ridiculous that we have to go through this stuff. So as a result of that, they're just completely and utterly evil. All right, and everything that's going on right now, it is definitely terrible. It's definitely horrible. And another thing to understand is that things are not getting any easier. All right, that's one of the biggest things I think we need to remember, is that things have only been getting worse. And I want to go into more precepts over here. Joshua chapter 24 verse 31. And Israel served the Lord all the days of Joshua and all the days of the elders that outlived Joshua, and which had known all the works of the Lord that he had done for Israel. And Israel served the Lord all the days of Joshua and all the days of the elder that overlived Joshua, and which had known all the works of the Lord that he had done for Israel. Slacky. So over here, the thing here is that when the Israelites are under a righteous ruler, and that's when they actually serve the Lord YAHAWAH. They actually do the right things. They actually don't go off and be wicked. And that's one of the biggest things that I don't think people seem to really understand. People always like to say stuff about, oh yeah, I hope America, stays active or whatever and stuff like that, or stays or stays in its place as a major superpower and whatnot. But the fact of the matter is that you should not want that, because look at all the people that are I just showed you these examples where people are grieving living in this society, and it's not because of anything that they do, it's because of how the system is made. The system is made for people to suffer. It's made for people to not succeed. Okay, it's not, and that's the thing. We always try our best to make things better for us, but even then, like, things just keep on getting worse, or doing are doing terribly. All right, like it's not even necessarily that it's easy, but it's never that it's successful. Like, there's always something that intrinsically keeps us down. All right, so continuing on, so chapter 10 verse 1, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of the prudent man is well ordered. So a wise judge, someone that's a proper leader, they're going to tell their people, don't do this, do that, do this, do that, or whatever, and stuff like that. They're going to guide them, telling them what's the right thing to do, or what's the things to abstain from, rather than just say, oh, you can do whatever you want and whatnot. And even then, like, you have these people, you have these devils, more specifically, all right, Esau, Edom, that keeps things unfair. The way that he sets stuff up is rules for thee but not for me, and even then the standards are separate. It's not people that get arrested, and I've done this Google search multiple times before in multiple different videos, where if you are in America, if you are at least just America, because I don't know about any other places, because that was what I Googled, all right. But I'm pretty sure it's in Canada as well. But at least in just America and Canada, what happens is that if you are more likely to get arrested if you are black, and then you are more likely to get convicted of whatever accusation or conviction or whatever stuff that you are accused of, if you are black compared to white. And then on top of that, when you're actually being faced with a sentence, you are more likely to have a longer sentence, or so-called black people are face longer sentences compared to white people. So you have all these different factors, all right, that contribute to how things are always against us, all right, always against us. The probability of so-called black people, and then you have these devils that always take these statistics. Oh, black people commit most crimes are almost 50% done by black people. Well, no, that's not true, because oftentimes, again, these police officers and whatnot, they are actively seeking to arrest black people compared to their white counterparts. And even you should also know that a lot of times these cops, they basically let these people go. It was a thing where the police, there was what's it called? There was this one example that I had seen on a video or whatever. Well, what happened was the police officers, they live in an area. Okay, the area that they police, they live in that area. So if they see their neighbor's kid and they pull them over, then they say, "Oh man, this is my friend, my neighbor's kid or whatever. Let me, instead of locking them up for drunk driving or doing something, whatever that's illegal, let me just take them to my neighbor and inform them." So then they say, "Hey, just look out for your kid," or whatever and stuff like that. So then rather than getting actually locked up or facing genuine charges or even being added to the statistic, a lot of times stuff like this just gets swept under the rug, because of course this is the favoritism that they're doing. They say, oh, okay, well, I know this guy, this person's my friend, this person's whatever and stuff like that, so let me just be a good neighbor, quote unquote, a good neighbor, and then help them out and not arrest their kid for them. So again, like, that's just one of the parts, that's just one of the things where, that's just one of the quote unquote privileges. I think it's a literal privilege. Yeah, privileges to being a part of that whole society, where instead of these police officers doing their job, they intentionally target and actually go for convictions towards Jake rather than their own people. They show that they demonstrate that favoritism. All right. So again, that goes to show you just how unfair things are. So let's continue on. Verse 2: As a judge of the people as himself, so are his officers. In what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And over here is another thing where we did read in Joshua chapter 24 verse 31, where when Israel served the Lord all the days under Joshua and under the days of the elders that outlived Joshua. Basically what that means is that while they were under Joshua, they were diligent. They actually listened to the word, law, statutes, commandments of YAHAWASHI, and they followed YAHAWASHI properly because they had the right and proper leadership. But when that leadership goes out the way, then okay, well, now they have these new people that say, okay, let's change things up, let's do this, let's do that, or whatever, stuff like that. So then the people, because the leaders change from believers to unbelievers, then the people, they take after their leaders, and they end up becoming unbelievers as a result of it. So as a result of that, that's where you have these people that, okay, so depending on your leader, you are either an unbeliever or a believer more times than not, or more than likely. And and what happens here is that if the leader is a righteous leader, then the people are more than likely going to be righteous. Or if the leader is an unrighteous leader, then the people under them are more than likely going to be unrighteous. And we see that even today, where you have these wicked ass leaders, all right, unfair, they can't stay consistent and all that stuff, doing the exact same thing with the people today. Like, this is exactly how this whole, hold on, let me get this, because this whole thing with this unfair judge saying, oh, you shouldn't be making jokes like that. Oh, you definitely deserve this fucking 15 years. Like, you deserve 15 years for making a fucking joke? Like, it's like she was speaking to her as if she knew that it was a joke, but she said, you know what, I have to do this. I have to do this to you. I have to make you learn your lesson. So I'm being tough on you, not because I hate you, but because I want to teach you. I want to show you that what you're doing is wrong. All right, so you have to get this 15 years. You have to learn your lesson. And then she gives her the 15 years, which is utterly ridiculous. All right, so as a result of that, even they always pretend. So then they act and pretend like they care and they give a damn, but in actuality they do not give a damn. What happened? So the fact that she came back should be already a sign that she shouldn't be fucking going. But you're still just gonna go, you don't fucking think? This is fucking ridiculous. Anyway, Slocky about that. Anyway, the thing here is that you see that this whole bullshit of she needs to learn her lesson and stuff like that, where this stupid ass judge is thinking as if she's doing the right thing, or she's forcing her to answer for something that wasn't even serious, and she knew that it wasn't serious. Okay, so there's no from an objective perspective. All right, you need to know that this doesn't seem like a joke. That's just stupid. And many different people, you would have to arrest so many other people that make jokes about it. I didn't make a joke about it, but I'm just saying, like, still, it's a ridiculous thing. But even then, over here, you have so many people that are grieving from how evil that this society has become, and as well as unfair. So over here, verse 3, an unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. And again, this is another aspect of it where the evil and wicked king, they're going to just the evil and wicked king is just going to keep on going and doing whatever they want, and then as a result of that, the people are going to suffer as a result, which is going on even right now with DJT and the war that he started with Iran, where people, I was about to say Israelites, Americans are dying because of something that they have nothing to do with it. They didn't start it. They're just following orders for something that they will not, even afterwards, they will not benefit from it. All right, so that's how terrible and wicked that this society has become. So continuing on, destroy these people, but through the prudence of them, showing authority. Proverbs 29 verse 2: when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. All right, so as another Proverbs 29 verse 2: when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And the thing here is that, you would expect a righteous ruler is going to be fair and say, like, okay, if you did something, I need to punish you for this. Like, say for example, if you stole, all right, then okay, yeah, you have to be punished or something like that. Of course, there are more detailed, better examples and stuff like that, but just for the sake of for simplicity's sake, we'll just take that. And then for something like this, it shouldn't even be ambiguous, but yet I hate how I sometimes understand that journalists want to be unbiased and not force their opinion on people, but at the same time, I actually think that this is one of those times that are just ridiculous, because how is it that we are going to really just say that it is not okay to talk, to make a joke or something, which By the way, I'm assuming that this is in America. I'm assuming, but anyway, it's like it's like it's like a terrible thing to see that you're now allowed to make a simple joke, and then you get 15 years for making a joke. Like, okay, so let's read more comments from Trident Gaming 03. He says, to an objective person, it's not a joke. To an objective person, it absolutely is. And that's again, me personally, from someone outside looking in, someone who clearly just does not care about this woman, doesn't know her or anything like that. Like, I already know that this is a joke. I already see let's actually go to the joke. Let's look for it if I can find it. This was a joke with the freaking meme or something like that. It's like, and if you've seen some of this stuff, like it's like this is very clearly a joke. It says, Netanyahu, if you can hear me drop something with a B and ends with a B and has an O and M in it in Ocean Bank Convention Center. That definitely sounds like a joke. It's like, what is it? I don't know. Or no, Slocky over here. This is it. Netanyahu, if you can hear me, drop some bonds on for us capstone students in Ocean Bank. Okay, is it? So there's two separate ones and stuff like that, and it's just like, why? How is that not a joke? I don't. Slocky. Anyway, you see this? Slocky, I think it's funny. And it's like, it's Slocky, but yeah, anyway, you see what is going on. It's like, it's pretty pathetic, and they're really trying to police people's, not just people's thoughts, but people's words and stuff like that. Right? You're literally not even allowed to say anything negative about the untouchable community. All right, and even then, I did a lesson on this a long time ago. You have Kanye West that was well, I guess Kanye West was kind of a bit weird, so I'm not even going to use him as an example. I don't need to. I'm pretty sure it was Ice Cube and what's his name, Kyrie Irving. All right, that had they actually didn't. I don't even think Kyrie Irving even said anything. He only just showed a video, and then they got mad at him for it. Like that was basically it. So yeah, like this is how crazy these people. Oh, Dwight Howard. I think it was Dwight Howard as well. Maybe not Ice Cube. I don't remember Ice Cube, but Dwight Howard and Kyrie Irving. They didn't necessarily say anything in opposition to, not necessarily opposition. It was, they didn't say anything negative directed towards them. They just said something like, Kyrie Irving was, he posted a link to a movie, all right, and that was basically it. That was basically all he did. The movie was Hebrews to Negroes. It was on Netflix, and then he got he had to pay like $500,000 or something to the untouchable community to apologize, or else something bad was gonna happen or whatever. And then Dwight Howard was he had gotten he had posted something that said, "I stand with Palestine," and then I don't know, he got in trouble and stuff like that. But funnily enough, you know what did happen? Some guy named a basketball player, a basketball player similar to Kyrie Irving and stuff like that. I don't know how good he is or whatever, but he basically went on Instagram Live, flashing a gun, trying to show the youth, "Oh look, I'm a thug. I shoot people and all that stuff and whatever." Basically showing thug life and stuff like that. And he didn't get nothing bad happened to him. He didn't lose his sponsors. Like Kyrie Irving lost his sponsors. He lost so much stuff, and he had to pay $500,000. And then freaking John Morant, he didn't have to pay anything. Nike said, "Oh, we stand with John Morant. We stick to what he what he chose to do or whatever and stuff like that. We don't care about that stuff. Oh, we only care about the fucking." But Nike did drop Kyrie Irving, by the way, so they are okay with someone flashing a gun and showing kids, "Oh, you can go shoot people and stuff like that." Look, that's fine. That's an okay and upstanding thing to do. We want that attached to our brand, but we do not want someone that posts a freaking video that posts a video of Hebrews to Negroes or whatever and stuff like that goes against fucking what's it called, the untouchable community. Oh, we have to be against Kyrie for that. All right, so I think, is that it? Oh yeah, so that's basically it. I pray. Hold on, let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Alright, so yeah, that's basically it. Let me make sure. So yeah, basically, in conclusion, am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, oh yeah, okay, so basically the thing here is that when it comes to righteous judgment, we're still waiting for YAHAWAH to fix things, settle things, and all that stuff. And you have these people that openly complain, grieve, and they hate how things are going right now. And we see how even when it comes to how the world is being ran, we literally everyone has some sort of criticism to it, and it doesn't even just stop at Jake. It actually extends to Edomites as well. But yet you still also have Edomites that don't care about the criticisms, and they will still defend anything and everything that goes with their people. And this is the thing. One of the things that I think I forgot to say. One of the things I believe I forgot to say is that when it comes to properly. Oh yes, that's another precept. Let me get that. Shit. Alright, so one of the things, Sirach 4 verse 27. Make not thyself an underling to a foolish man, neither accept the person of the mighty. Basically, when it comes to following a righteous leader or an unrighteous leader in this case, that's what you have to be expect, because that's what you have to expect. Because if you are told we need to do the right things, we need to be righteous men of YAHAWAH, we need to make sure that things are in its proper order. All right, the leader should be telling you what to do. The leader should be making sure that everyone, that not only they are doing the right things, but they are making sure that the people are also doing the right things. And one of the biggest things is that nobody's perfect and stuff like that. Well, okay, sure, no one's perfect, but what people do today, they completely disqualify actual genuine standards. Okay, how is it that there's so many of these elites that do things and they completely get away with it? There's no or even when there is some sort of investigation or some punishment or whatever, they get to get away scot-free, or they get house arrest. So okay, so you get, man, you got arrested or you got caught doing something bad. Oh man, he has to stay. He's forced to stay at his home for 5 years, only 5 years, in his fancy ass home, doing whatever the frick he wants, paying people to go and do and bring him more people to abuse, so that he can continue to indulge in his freaking luxurious, wicked ass lifestyle. That's basically what it means when the elites get in trouble, if they get in trouble at all. Because usually then it's just like, okay, well, they don't have to answer for anything because that's just how things are. All right. So with that, I pray this was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawadah, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Rakwakwadosh, double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, above all, and Shalom.